Okay, so let's get to the trade. Here's the trade that I got in on yesterday. I got in on it at 0.0003, 3/100ths of a cent. It is now 13/100ths of a cent. So it's a long way from a penny, but it's up 333%. So my 300 bucks is $1,300 now. And generally, I don't like to get into a stock until I have an exit plan. So know why you get in, know when you're going to get out, know what you want to do. This thing, the volume was just so incredible. 3.4 billion shares traded. It was $2.7 million traded in like over 2,000 trades on this tiny little stock that, you know, for 6 months has been around 2/100ths of a penny. It's just gone insane. I'm going to show you here why I got in. This was my main trigger point. You can see that the last time there was any type of volume was like that was a month earlier, and this is actually, I think there might have been one other point here. No, that's it. I mean, a month earlier there was a spike, and it could have ran after that, but it didn't. There's no guarantees. You know, maybe after that spike there, if I had seen this, I may have tried it. So there's no guarantees in this, but there's a good chance that it's going to run if the volume's higher than it's been in, you know, 6 months. So this volume spike is why I got in there. I have another chart here. Where's it at? Yeah, here. Okay, this is a 6-month chart. This spike here was yesterday, almost 1 billion shares. This is why I got in. You know, it's higher than all the volume that this thing had been seeing. There's some accumulation here, looks like. But what ensued today, I didn't know was going to happen. But when you have volume like that, this can happen. So there's no news on this. I don't even know why this is happening. But it was so incredible, the amount of buys today, and the 50 million shares at a time was being bought. I mean, there was a lot of money being thrown down on this thing. Over $2 million was traded. Doing really well. I plan on selling, if not all, part of it tomorrow. Because I think this thing is going to run tomorrow, and I'm going to want to sell maybe 1/3 of my shares at least. So anyhow, real quick, let me show you how I found out about it. I like to go to this on Investor Hub. This is one of the boards I like. Street Traders 0.0001 picks only, which there's more than just that, but that's where you can find those types of picks. Now you can't necessarily trust anything you read on here. I mean, what do we got? ADCS loading zone 0003 to 0004. News coming soon. Have a great, let's see. Huge hits at 0004. Smart money's buying here. Load up, loading time, blah, blah, blah. A lot of these people are just pumping the stock that they got into. But this here is where people that trade can see things happening. Sometimes you'll see still at 0.001 volume. I think that's what I saw. I saw that it said 0003, a huge volume or something, SUTI, so I went and checked it. And it, you know, it had already gone up 200% from 001, so I almost didn't get in. But with that huge volume, I figured I'd go ahead and give it a try. So I come here just for things to check out. Just to think, you know, ideas, that's it. Don't believe a single thing on here. This is where I found it, and that's basically what I wanted to show you. So that's it, everyone. Definitely a lot happening in the penny stocks. Maybe I'll do another video. Let me know if you're interested in me talking about it again. But I had to talk about it because I saw other people talking about it, and it's just, you know, it's not all negative. I mean, you hear scam and pump and dump and don't get involved in that stuff, lose all your money. And that is not what it's all about. Not if you have an idea what you're doing. and you follow a certain set of rules. So anyhow, that's it. Hope this was helpful. Oh, before I go, some people may need to be reminded this is strictly information. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed. If you want licensed financial advice, maybe your local banker can get you in on a 1% CD, locking your money up for a year, or a 0.5% CD for 6 months. You want to go that route, that's fine. I prefer the 333% and 2-day route. Maybe you prefer the 1% over a 1-year time frame. Just kidding, everyone, but this is just for information, okay? I'm not licensed. Let me make that clear. So don't listen to me. One last thing I wanted to mention is this other site that I go to try and find some of these. The hunt for the next 10-bagger. I mean, that's what we're doing here. We're hunting for that 10-bagger, right? So anyway, I come here and I like this because you can see the highest volume on the penny stocks, and then you can also see the dollar volume, the amount of shares, and then the dollar volume. So you can look and you can see the prices. You can look for those ones that are 0.0001 or 2, and you can see high volume. Then you can go look at a graph, see if this is something that's new. You can go check that board that I showed you. You can go type in the ticker symbol. You know, maybe you come over here and you say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go see what people are talking about on MINE. And maybe just all of a sudden today there's 50 posts where there weren't any before. A lot of those are probably new investors. So you got to research and look at this stuff up. You got to see. It's all of a sudden there's a lot of action in this thing. Well, if it hasn't moved much, maybe you could take a small position, take a gamble. A lot of these are basically gambles. But I'm seeing people, man, I mean, I put 300. If I was to put in $1,000, I'd have 4,000 now on this trade I got into yesterday. So, you know, it's all relative. So whatever you want to risk, but remember, it's high risk, and this is just information. Take care, everybody.